How to study less and still crush your grades. These are the 7 secrets everyone else overlooks. Let me be real with you. I used to lose my mind watching that one kid in class who barely opened a book, yet somehow always nailed straight A's. Meanwhile, I was pulling all-nighters just to scrape a B. For the longest time, I thought I just had a bad memory. But here's the brutal truth. It wasn't about memory. I was simply wasting my time and studying the wrong way like an absolute fool. In this video, I'm going to break down the 7 simple habits that top students quietly use. The same habits most people either ignore or don't even know exist. And the best part? You won't have to sacrifice your nights to a pile of textbooks anymore. Study smarter. Remember more. Walk into class like you own the place. Let's get into it. 7. Sleep right. Don't be stupid about it. Look, if you're dragging yourself into class with panda eyes and a brain running on 2% battery, how on earth do you expect to learn anything? Sleep is the most underrated performance enhancer out there. And no, I'm not talking about those sad 10-minute desk naps. I'm talking about real deep cycle-complete sleep. When you sleep right, your brain fires faster, your focus sharpens, and you actually retain what the teacher says instead of zoning out like you're in a dream sequence. So no, that midnight, Netflix binge or cat bites dog TikTok spiral, not worth it. Set a regular bedtime, even on weekends. A Harvard study proved that consistent sleep patterns dramatically boost learning performance. Your brain isn't a machine. Give it what it needs, or stay stuck grinding while others cruise. Master the art of listening, so you don't have to cram. Later, most people think the real studying happens after class when you're alone, buried in books. That's a myth. The truth? The smartest students get most of their learning while they're still in the classroom. It's not just about sitting there like a statue, it's about listening with intent. Treat every lecture like a live podcast packed with clues. To the test. When the teacher's talking, don't just hear them. Engage. If something doesn't make sense, raise your hand and ask. Seriously, don't be shy. One bold question now can save you hours of confusion and late-night stress later on. But here's what separates the top 1%. They don't try to memorize everything. They listen strategically. They know what to tune into and what to tune out. When the teacher starts going off about their vacation in Paris, yeah, that's your cue to take a mental break. But when they hint, this part will probably be, on the exam, that's your gold. Dial in on the right moments and you'll walk out of class already halfway prepared. No need to go full zombie mode at 2 a.m. the night before a test. Study less. Learn smarter. It starts with how you listen. Ditch the pen. Draw it out instead. Your brain will thank you. Still copying notes like a human photocopier? Yeah, that's not how high achievers roll anymore. Here's the science-backed truth. Your brain remembers images way better than words. That's why students who tap into visual learning have a massive edge. Instead of writing paragraphs of boring text, try sketching what you need to remember. Flowcharts, mind maps, doodles, even stick figure cartoons that represent complex formulas. And no, you don't have to be Picasso. In fact, ugly drawings might work better because they stand out. The key is turning abstract information into something your brain can actually visualize and connect with. When you see a drawing, your brain says, "Oh, I know this," instead of, "Wait, which page was that on again?" This tiny shift rewires how you store knowledge. You'll study less, recall faster, and retain longer. More clarity, less stress. That's a win-win in any book. Turn chores into a mobile classroom. No time to study? Think again. You've got more time than you realize. You're just not using it right. The best students don't wait for the perfect study environment. They create learning moments out of everyday life. Washing the dishes, folding laundry, out for a run, that's prime time. Throw on a podcast, play a summary of your lessons, or listen to a voice note of yourself reading key concepts out loud. This is called passive learning, and it's a game changer. You're feeding your brain while your body goes on autopilot. Even standing in line or waiting for the elevator becomes an opportunity. Pull out a flashcard. Review a formula. You don't need a desk and a highlighter to absorb knowledge. You just need intention. It's not about finding more time. It's about reclaiming the time you already have. Post-it notes, your ride or die study. Partner, got a topic that just won't stick no matter how hard you try? Don't fight it. Outsmart it. Grab a stack of post-it notes and write down bite-sized summaries, key formulas, or tricky concepts. Then stick them everywhere. Your bathroom mirror, your fridge, your bedroom door. Any place you pass by during your daily routine. Here's the magic. Every time you walk by, your brain catches a glimpse. Even if you're not trying to memorize, that constant exposure builds up. It's called spaced repetition, and it's one of the most powerful tools in memory science. No stress, no cramming. Just simple, silent reinforcement every single day. Before you know it, those impossible concepts, they're burned into your memory, and you didn't even feel the effort. Mnemonics. Memory magic. Learn like you're playing. Ever wondered why you still remember a goofy song from 5th grade but can't recall what you studied last week? Simple. Your brain loves patterns, rhymes, and fun. That's where mnemonics come in, your secret weapon to make dry facts unforgettable. Whether it's a silly acronym, a catchy rhyme, or a one-line jingle, turning information into playful content transforms learning into something your brain actually wants to hold on to. Try making up your own. Or better yet, let AI do the work for you. Personally, I've created over 250 smart mnemonics using ChatGPT prompts, and you can grab them from the link in the description below. Why waste energy trying to memorize the hard way when you can turn study time into playtime? Save brain power, boost recall, learn smarter, not harder. Brain dump. Before you study. Organize the chaos. Before you crack open a book or start reviewing notes, try this. Sit down with a blank sheet of paper and write down everything you remember about the topic. No textbooks, no peeking, just pure memory. This is called a brain dump, and it's insanely effective. Why? Because you're not just testing what you know, you're helping your brain reorganize information. You'll quickly see which parts are solid and which ones need work. It's like mapping out the battlefield before the real fight. And here's the bonus. It kills that nagging anxiety of, I don't know anything. Once it's on paper, you realize you actually do know more than you thought. That clarity gives you confidence and helps you focus where it truly matters. So before your next study session, dump your brain. You'll feel lighter, clearer, and way more in control. If any of these tips hit home, don't keep them to yourself. Send this video to that one friend who's drowning in exams and still trying to study harder instead of smarter. And hey, if you have a killer hack that's helped you ace tests with half the effort, drop it in the comments. Who knows? You might be the mysterious, study less, score more legend we've all been looking for. But listen, if you don't like, don't share, and don't comment, you're not just ghosting me, you're ghosting your future self, and don't make me say it.